So here he is with much fanfare, the #1 lightweight contender, challenging for UFC gold here tonight. Hay is in the barn. He feels like he has put in all the requisite work to realize the dream here tonight.
He's been working so hard. When you watch the videos, you can see a guy that will not accept anything less than being super prepared for the biggest opportunity of his career. He has worked diligently. He has trained hard. He has brought in training partners. He's done everything. Now it's all about going out there and executing. He said he feels he's ready to do that and become the UFC champion.
But it must be stated, in this division with all of the contenders, oftentimes you only get one crack. We'll see what he can do with it. Islam Makhachev enters the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. Well, you can argue this is the single hardest belt in the UFC to defend. The UFC's lightweight division has long been a murderer's row, and this champion's latest challenger looks like he could come through and upset the apple cart.
We were talking to him the other day, and I asked him about the fight. He goes, DC, nothing surprises me, because every time I go in there, I fight the toughest, scariest opponent. I understand my opponent's good, but I'm the champion for a reason, and I intend for it to stay that way.
Seemed like he had a great training camp, a great weight cut, and even though there are definite stylistic challenges in front of him here tonight, told us on Thursday in the fighter meeting, skill for skill, I'm better than this guy everywhere, and I'm going to prove it in a big way in front of this capacity crowd tonight. Charles "Du Bronx" Oliveira has graced the octagon. He is ready to go. Our tale of the tape for this lightweight championship fight. All right, now for the introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Islam Makhachev. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC Lightweight Champion of the world, Charles "Du Bronx" Oliveira.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, Islam Makhachev, the UFC lightweight champion, put the belt on the line tonight against the former King Charles "Du Bronx" Oliveira. They met for the first time at UFC 280. That was back in 2022. And Du Bronx looking for a different result.
John, that was the first time we saw Charles Oliveira go over the course of that long run, struggle with the fight style. But Charles Oliveira has promised us. He's gone back to the drawing board. He's fixed the holes in the game, and he has a different approach to Makhachev. Let's see how he handles this test for the second time. Makhachev is confident, though, that he gets the job done.
Now let's get a full pass. Let's get a full pass.
All right, half guard form here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here is going to be to use his ground and pound. Build a base, posture up, throw big strikes, get back to position, build posture again, throw big strikes, and just really wear him down with a really secure position in half guard.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in round 1. Oliveira getting absolutely worked here from the top. These are some very effective ground and pound strikes. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
All right, side control now.
Changing the position. Yep, got to be very careful there.
All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knee.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Oliveira getting worked here from the top. Ground and pound strikes raining down. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Oliveira's in half guard now. Oh, looked like that strike from the bottom fighter got the crowd's attention. Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Makhachev. Lands with the ground and pound here. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one.
All right, take a seat. Relaxa. Respira. Look, you're being overly aggressive right now, okay? You're being way too hyper on this fight. I need you to calm down.
All right, let us look back at some of the action from that previous round. DC punches in bunches.
I mean, over and over, he landed that big punch. And every time he landed it, he got the reaction that he was looking for. His opponent really did start to take notice every time he was loading that strike up.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Good. All right, here we go with round two. Nice jab there. All right, so we didn't see any takedown attempts from the BJJ player in round one, and as yet, he still hasn't attempted to take this fight to the ground.
Very surprising approach by this guy. He's so good on the ground. I would have expected him to try to get it to the ground earlier in the fight. But as we go on, it's starting to become very clear that that is not the game plan tonight.
And now they are throwing both sides with conviction. Pretty good jab there by Oliveira.
Look at that. Quick finish. That was beautiful.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space. You got to be careful here.
And busy as he looks to improve position here.
He's got to find a way back to his feet.
All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guard. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys will start throwing up legs, chasing triangles.
Good work from the top here by Oliveira.
And there you go, again, half guard.
Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do. Nice shot there by the champ.
And the referee brings the fight back to its feet. No surprise there. Needed to see more action. Nice. Nicely done. Oh, nice judo toss for him there. Makhachev has got full mount now.
Massive shot from the top.
Posture up and pop.
Nice.
Nice strike from the bottom fighter there. Final seconds here of round 2. Lands with the ground and pound. All right, that's the end of round number 2.
Take a seat. Deep breath in. Good. Relax. Take a drink of water and listen. I want you to set those kicks up a little bit better with your...
All right, we now take a look back at some of the highlights from that last round, DC. A lot for the replay guys to choose from.
I mean, these guys are going to be very busy trying to find what replay to show you guys. Lands on both sides of the octagon. Both guys fought great. What a phenomenal round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. All right, here we go with our next round. His opponent is going to need some Motrin later tonight. How about all those strikes to the head he absorbed in the previous round?
He is not moving his head. He's trying to walk forward. He's a pressure fighter, sure, but he's trying to walk forward with no head movement, and he is paying the price for it by getting hit over and over in the face.
Ground and pound the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud. Oh, he reverses the position now. Nice work on the ground by Islam Makhachev. Oh, the ground and pound is coming. Good movement to avoid some of that power coming back. Oliveira getting worked here from the top. Let's see if he goes for a sweep to try to get back to his feet. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Oh, high-level stuff here with the ground and pound by Islam Makhachev. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Under 3 minutes to go in our third round.
Nice transition.
Oh, big shots from the top. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Well, you don't blame him for continuing to badger that cut. Things are getting bloody, champ.
Yeah, you got to be careful now because as it bleeds, you got to worry about the blood going into the eye. Now it's time to start being on high alert.
90 seconds to go now.
He's got to start throwing down.
Well, good dexterity and movement here on the ground to avoid any further damage, courtesy of that ground and pound. Nice job off of his back by Oliveira.
60 seconds. Finish strong.
He's having his way with him here. Makhachev's back in full mount. All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the part. Underhook, this is a great position for a top fighter.
All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure, but nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward. All right, they attend to the fighter on the stool, and I guess if you are going to be cut open, cheek ain't a bad place for it.
Yeah, it's the best spot, right? You never want to be cut. You never want to be bleeding, but if it's on the cheek, it's as good of a spot as it can be. But you still got to do something different, though, because even though the blood isn't going in your eye, every time you get hit there, it's home.
Fourth round, fight.
The biggest shot that he's landed all night. A massive uppercut.
And that'll do it. Islam All right, we go back inside the octagon to the veteran voice once more. He is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 16 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and new UFC lightweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
Oh, take my money, DC. We got a new UFC lightweight champion. This is a belt that doesn't always change hands very often. There's a new king at 155 pounds.
The most exciting moment in sports, when Dana White wraps the belt around a new champion's waist. Take a moment, son. Breathe it in. You are now the best fighter in the world.